Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dennis Duke Onyala. If you're new here, please ensure that you subscribe. As usual, we always bring you edutainment, information that is educating. Now, in my background, as you can see, this is Calliandra. Calliandra is a very nice, grass or pasture or tree for our goats, for our rabbits, for our cows. Now, like you always hear us talk about people that are doing commercial farming, most especially raising goats, raising cows, in a small space, you need grasses that are very rich in protein. Now, among them is, of course, alfalfa. Now, alfalfa sometimes can be a little bit challenging in terms of raising, in terms of growing. First of all, the seeds are very expensive, but also maintaining it sometimes can become a hassle. Now, this is not a substitute per se because it is equally very high or rich in protein. Now, this grass here is very good, most especially for those that are intending to do dairy cattle. You can actually start by getting Calliandra. Now, Calliandra can be gotten different. You can get the seedlings or the seeds. Definitely, the seedlings will be a little bit expensive because each stalk takes about can be bought at about maybe 500 Uganda shillings. That's I don't know how to calculate, but the dollar rate in Uganda is about 3,800. So you can do the computation to know how much exactly it will cost you in your local currency. But hey, these grass, these, I don't know how to call it. Is it a tree or whatever it is? Because guys, as you can see, they have branches. Now, they don't feed on the stems. They feed on the leaves. So when you are cutting, I'll definitely be showing you or experimenting how we do that. And I'll also show you how the goats actually enjoy this Calliandra. Now, like I said, it is rich or high in protein. Now, goats, most especially goats and cattle, they need to build the muscles. So you need this protein content in this. And by the way, guys, the soils that you grow these grasses on are very essential because they help in the development of these particular pastures or particular grasses. I'm sweating because we've been harvesting some for our small goats here. But like I told you, how do we harvest? Now, these ones are close to 1.5 years ever since we planted them. We just experimented in a very small space. But I mean, some of you that don't have enough land, you can plant on the periphery, on your fence. They can actually act as fence. You just on the boundary of your land so that you don't have necessarily to dedicate a specific area like I have done or like we did with ours. So when you do that, you will equally get as many yields and you'll be using the land for different purposes. For us, we just dedicated here because it's a little bit swampy. I mean, it has some waterlogged. It's a waterlogged, not a swamp to say, but it's waterlogged. So there wasn't much that I was doing with it, this particular space. So we decided to plant our coriander. Now, how do we harvest it? Well, this could have been harvested a little earlier because then productivity would have been much higher. But now you just come and cut the stems like this, like the way I'm doing, and then you feed on, you take it for the goats to feed on. Now, the reason that's why we are cutting it from this level and not from down there is because Calliandra germinates, it regrows. Once you cut it, it regrows. Yes. We have some seeds here, but I will not use these ones because I'm quite sure they might not germinate unless otherwise I try it and it works. Then I can come here on the camera and actually show you the process. But for now, the seeds, you can contact me for the seeds about, is it 40,000 Uganda shillings? And then you have multiple seeds other than you buying the seedlings. But also, the nursery bed, just like you take care of, they are supposed to be put on the nursery bed before actually being transplanted. So the nursery bed could take like a month or two, depending on the soil again you've put on, but also how you take care. The management is very equally very important, okay? So like I told you, you cut like this. For example, this is too long for me to carry to the goats, so I remove some of the branches and then cut off from here. I have some person on the camera, my guy, Rogers himself.
Yo.
He will be, of course, taking or carrying it for the goats. Yes, this is how we harvest them. Simple, like there's no magic, no nothing, just like this. And you have grass for the goats. Most especially those that are on zero grazing, it is very important to balance the nutrition of your goats, of your cows, of your livestock. For those of you that are raising rabbits, there is a way we do for rabbits. We don't just feed it like this. You can choose to dry it up, and then you mix it up. You mix it up with for example, maize bran. You can mix it up with soya bean, so that the rabbits actually get all the nutrients that they require for their proper growth and development. Guys, this is the only way you can do to get nutrition for your animals, but at the same time save on the cost of feeding. Remember, buying feeds on a commercial level is quite expensive, so I wouldn't really recommend you to do that. So let me cut a few here, and then we shall get done, and I'll show you, and I'll be showing you how our goats actually enjoy them. And by the way, for those of you who are doing beekeeping, Calliandra is one of those things you should not leave out. As you can see in this particular video, bees are all over trying to get, is it called nectar? I don't know, you know me, I didn't go to school. But you can see in my video clearly, those are bees, those ones. They are trying to collect the, I think it's called nectar. I don't know, you guys can correct me. Me, I don't know nothing. I'm just a random normal farmer. So they don't require a lot of, care and management. You just plant and they will grow by themselves.